Good morning, online students. Is my voice is loud and clear? Online students, could you please confirm? Is my voice is clear? Yeah, done, guys. So let's start the session. So in the last class, we have discussed in terms of how to create the series within the pandas, how to create the series. At the same time, how to create the data frame. We have seen in terms of how to create a series and how to create a data frame. At the same time, how to load the data if it is already available in the Excel sheet or CSV format. Now in today's and also we have discussed how to select the data based on the iLock and using the lock. The difference between iLock and lock is iLock is used only for with respect to index numbers, and lock is used based on the names, row names along with the column names, right? And now in today's class we are going to continue from here. Okay, just here I'm going to create a data frame. First I'll create one data frame, and from that data frame we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, so here I'm going to create one more data frame. This is the data frame, guys. Now for this data frame we have extracted the data based on the requirement by using the lock and iLock. Now what is the difference between iLock? In the iLock or lock, common thing is first you have to keep the center one comma, before to that rows, and after to that columns. This is common. Whether you are using a single number means single, multiple means multiple, slicing means slicing, three of them. Okay, so if you take like this, how to access the data, I'm writing here the notes. First one is df.iLock. In the bracket, you are using the bracket, inside the bracket commas, before to the commas rows, and after the commas is columns. Rows index numbers, row index number, index numbers, and columns also we have to use index numbers. Okay, row index numbers and column index numbers. Now while using the row index and column index, you can choose either single number, either you can choose the single index number. If it is a single index number, single index number. Multiple means list of index numbers. Second option is list of index numbers. Third one is either by using the slicing. Three options are there. Okay, either you can use a single number or you are going to use the list of numbers. First you decide what you want. Don't get unnecessarily confused. For example, in this data frame, I want what row? You want single row, na? Multiple rows. First you decide the question. Based on the concepts, don't create the questions. First you decide the question. So for example, I want this row, sir, single row. Single row means single number you have to write. You want multiple rows. For multiple rows, either you have to go with the, so here I'm writing the heading as single row. If you want to extract a single row, you write single index number. Or if you want to extract multiple rows, when you want to extract multiple rows, write with respect to either list of index numbers or apply the slicing, any one. Like this, you are going to extract the data. Now, what is the difference between these two means? Here, exactly the same to same in terms of lock also. When you are using the lock also same, instead of index number, we have to write the names. Row names. Row names are nothing but index names. And similarly, column names. You have to write here column names. If it is a single row or single column, you are going to write in terms of either single row or single column. You have to write the single name. Simply write the name. If it is multiple rows or multiple columns, you have to write the list of names in terms of list of names or slicing. In the slicing, end minus 1 is not applicable. Remaining everything is common. Increment of +2, increment of +3, that is common, but end minus 1 will not be applicable. Okay, is the point is clear? Now, some of them are possible using iloc, some of them are possible using the lock. Sir, whatever the possibilities is there with the lock, same thing I want with the iloc. Whatever is possible with iloc, same thing I want with the lock means not possible. That if everything is same with both of them, then why to create two concepts? Simple logic. So some situations where it will be easy to go with the iloc. For example, if you want to do the reversing, colon -1, that you are going with the index numbers. Don't go with the lock. If both of them are as it is, everything will be the same, means then no need to create unnecessarily two different concepts. There will be something minute difference should be there between both of them. That is the reason persons will create the two different concepts. Is the points are clear? And now coming to the next concept is how to extract a single column. How to extract a single column. How to extract a single column. How you can extract a single column means just by using lock or iloc. As earlier I have told you, you can extract by using the lock or iloc. For example, iloc, you are using the iloc. I want single column. What is the meaning of single column? Means all the rows. Particularly I have not mentioned these are the rows. So automatically single column means all the rows. All the rows means colon. Colon indicates all the rows, comma, and whichever the column you are interested. For example, I am interested in the age column, 0. Index number is 0. Is the point is clear? So this one indicates all rows. This one indicates in terms of columns. Okay, and I'm going to get the age column. This is one option. Second option is df.log. And here I'm writing in terms of all the rows, column name is age. Instead of writing 0, I have to write the column name. And then also I will get the same answer. Only difference is index number, here name. Sir, why you are writing only one name, sir, or one index number? Means because I require only one column. For example, you require multiple columns, then I have to write the list of column names. List of column names will come into picture. Okay. Now, next, one more option we are having. What is that option is df of, directly you can write the column name without using lock or iloc. Directly you can go with the column name. Okay. So directly by writing the column name, you can extract the data. Now, similarly, fourth option, df of double bracket of age. Now, what is this one means? Here it is a series. The output is a series and this one is a data frame. That is the difference. This is a series and this is a data frame. Okay. If you are using only a single bracket, it is 1D. 1D means series. When you are using the double bracket, it is 2D. 2D means data frame. If you are required to see, then you can ask what is the type of. You can apply the type function on this. Type, you will get the series as the output. So it is called as series. I am writing as a comment. It is a series. Is the point is clear, guys? Similarly, this one is data frame. If you want, you can ask with respect to what is the type of this one also. Type of this. It is a data frame. Okay. One is series and one is data frame. So when you want to extract a single column, either you can extract as a series or either you can extract as a data frame. This is option number 2. Okay. Next, df of age. Okay, age means I'm setting a single value. Dot values. Dot values means it selects only the values. What are the values are there? It is going to take only the values, which is a array. So dot values will give you the output as array. It is going to give the output as 1D array. The output of values is 1D array. The output you want series data frame array. Choice is yours. Based on that, we are going to choose. Right? Now, after this, next one is if you want to choose df, next option you are having is df dot, directly you can write the age. df dot age. In this way also you can get the values. df dot column name. This is also one of the syntax. Right? So these are the different options in order to get. So if you go with the single column, so this one and this one, df of bracket age, without writing the bracket, simply writing dot age. Both of them will give the output as series. This one also will give the series. This one also will give the series. Out of these, which one is more easy, sir? I will go with this one. My choice is this. Why? Because, for example, your column name consists of salary, bracket, dollars. They have given the column name like this. The column name only like this. Now, if the column name is like this, and if you ask df dot salary and dollars, if you give the dollars like this, it is going to throw the error because the column name is not as per the syntax. The column name is not as per the syntax. As per the syntax, name should not consist of special characters. Identifier should not consider. So names means any name, column name, row name, variable name, function name, library name, module name, any name. Name means any name, right? Is the point is clear, guys? So this option is applicable only when you have a column with a proper syntax. Sir, for example, let's try here. Let's modify this one. Here I'm keeping one bracket, some kind of dollar symbol. Okay, can you see? Right? Now, if I'm having like this, now I want a single column. I want to extract a single column. So here I'm writing salary with bracket of dollar. In the bracket, I'm writing dollar. So it is extracting the data, right? Now the same logic, let us apply for this one also. df dot salary space, I'm adding the dollar symbol here. See? Is the point is clear? Age is working, but salary with the dollar symbol is not working. Why? Because age is as per the syntax. Salary is not, column name is not as per the syntax. So you are going to get some kind of problems with this kind of syntax. So it is better to follow this one. How to extract a single column is, this is the syntax best. Okay. Now, if you want to extract multiple columns, next heading is to extract or to select multiple columns. How to select multiple columns? Means df of multiple columns, you have to give as a list of column names. Okay, list of column names. One is age, second one is salary. For example, salary, dollar. Sir, this is best or by using the df dot ilog. In the ilog, you are going to give all the rows. Columns, you can write the column index numbers. What are the column index numbers? 0 and 1. Now multiple are there, single column. Multiple columns means you have to go with the list. List means 0 and 1. Single means single number. Multiple means list of numbers. Is the point is clear? Now, sir, this all the concepts are clear, sir. But my question is, why these many concepts they have created? For example, you are having a data set like this. Okay, where you are having the multiple columns like this. Okay, what are the columns, miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 columns are there in a data set. Now in this data set, you want to select the columns 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and 21. 3, 6, 9, 18, sorry, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and 21. This is my requirement. Now for this requirement, which option is the best option out of all of them? Going with the iloc is the best option with the slicing operation. Now df dot iloc of, you're going to select in terms of, let us assume these are the index numbers. Whatever I have written is the index numbers. Again, don't get confused with the index numbers. Assume this is only index numbers. Total 22 columns are there. Okay. Now I'm having in terms of 3 and everything. Now all the rows starting index number with respect to 3, because I require 3, 6, 9, starting with the 3 with everything with an increment of 3. This is the easiest option. Now I know, sir, I want to go with the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. This is also okay. Either you go with the slicing or you go with the list of numbers. In some situations, slicings will be easy. In some situations, list of numbers will be easy. So according to that, we have to select. In some situations, for example, I want only 5 and 6. Instead of counting their index numbers, directly their names are visible for me. I will extract using the names. So based on the requirement, you can select as per your choice. Okay. If less number of columns are there, for example, here how many columns are there? Only 3 columns are there. For these 3 columns, you will not find any difference also. There is waste of using slicing. Directly writing the index numbers only best, because you are having less number of columns. Every data set will not be the same now. For this data set, I can explain in an easy way, but I should have to explain for the other data sets also. It should be applicable, right? So that is the reason we are going to apply the slicing operation. Like this, we are going to extract the multiple columns. So to be more simplified, if you want with a single column, write the single column name. What are the column you want? When you want the multiple columns, go with the list of column names. Column 1, column 2, column 3, so on up to like this. List of column names. One means single column name, multiple means list of column names. Don't think this bracket is like this. This bracket indicates you are doing something, selecting the data. This bracket indicates you are selecting the data. After the variable name, whatever the bracket starts now, that bracket indicates you are selecting the data. Whether it is a dictionary, whether it is a list or whatever it is, after the variable name in the bracket, whatever you are taking, this bracket indicates selecting. This bracket indicates list. Is the point is clear? This bracket indicates that you are selecting, extracting something. Whether you take L of 0, L of 0 means L is a list. In the list index number 0, D of 1, D means some kind of dictionary. In the dictionary, whichever the key name with 1 is there, it is selecting the data. So wherever you write this one, it is selecting the data. Before selecting the data, first it will check what is the data type. After checking the data type, it will apply. In the backend, the code was written first to check the data type. If the data type is list, or if the data type is string, if the data type is tuple, or if the data type is in terms of array, one-dimensional array, in that case, you have to go with the index numbers. If the data type of variable is dictionary, then in the bracket, whatever is there, it should be the key. If the data type is data frame, then in the bracket, what you are writing is the row number. So it apply according to the data frame. If, elif, else, like this they have taken. And else means if you are not using any data type int or float or boolean, then it is going to throw the error because it is not applicable. In the backend, that is the code. First it will check the data type and according to that it will work. Is the points are clear, guys? So what is the best option to select a single column is, this is the best option to select the single column. Instead of going with the iloc or loc or anything else. Okay, anything else, this is the best option. To select a single column, this is the best option. To select the multiple columns, this is the best option to go with. Instead of using iloc or instead of using the loc. Okay, everyone please take a note of this. This is more important, how to select a single column. Because in our data analysis, we are going to extract a single column. Complete column we will select during the data analysis. Completed. Now, next one is so how to select the data we have completed. Now, one more time. Here I told you how to select the data, how to access or select or extract the data in the pandas. One is loc, one is iloc. And in the loc or iloc, you are going to use the index. And the third option you are having is called as, you are going to write the bracket condition. Based on the condition also, you can extract the data. Do you remember in the NumPy? In the bracket, we have written the condition and we have extracted. In the 1D array of NumPy, what are the possibilities of extracting the data? Tell me, guys. One is indexing, single indexing, list of indexing, slicing, and what is the fourth one? Based on the condition. Based on the condition, we are going to extract the data. Do you remember this? Now, coming to this same thing, I'm going to write the based on the condition. Just sir, here salary in terms of dollars is there, na? Now, if any column name is not as per the syntax, what we have to do? You told that df dot don't use. Okay. But what we have to do in this case means just we have to do the rename. Column names we have to do the rename. How we have to do the rename means df dot rename is the function. First rename them. Okay. Here I can simply go and edit this one and I can click on the backspace. But in the, for example, you are trying to load from the database. Now you will not open the database and you will not rename now. Here only you can rename. How you can rename the columns means df dot rename is the function name. Inside that you have to write the columns. The keyword is columns. Columns is equal to. And you have to write in terms of dictionary old column name along with the new column name. What is the old column name is salary along with the dollars as the key. Old one should be as the key and the new one should be in terms of value. Value is nothing but new column name. And like this, it will be renamed. Dictionary. In the dictionary, you have to give key and value. Key should be the old column name value should be the new column name. Okay, and I'm writing this one in the df is equal to. If you don't write in the df, it will not store. It is just printing. It is not storing. Once you write in the df only, it will be stored. Clear? df dot rename. Like that, you are going to rename the column names. Sir, for example, I want to rename the column name gender also. One more. Okay. Salary I want to rename. At the same time, this one also I want to rename. Two things. For example, let us assume here my gender is also having some space. Some kind of space problem is there. Basically, it is not visible for you, right? When you print the df, it is not visible. Now, how you can know there is a space or it is as per the syntax or not means df dot columns. Yesterday already I told you. df dot columns will use the column names. So what are the column names means? Age, salary, gender. So first you convert this one to list dot to list. So can you see here column names are there. In this column names, which one is as per the syntax? Which one is not as per the syntax? Age is as per the syntax. Salary is not as per the syntax. Gender is also not as per the syntax. So we have to rename the gender also. Then how to rename is comma, second one. Second key. What is the key name? Gender along with the space. That is the old one. What is the new one you want to give? Gender is the new name. Just you are going to add like this. Now it will be renamed. Now after renaming, again one more time you cross check the column names whether they have renamed properly or not. Just cross check one more time by using the df dot columns. Yes, rename properly. Now everything is as per the syntax. Is the point is clear? 2 days back, okay, we have given one of the project. Okay, to one of the batch students we have given the project, and the project is related to admission prediction. This is one of the project. This is the data set. Now I have shared this data set to one of the to the students. In that students, many students has done correctly. One of the student has sent me a mail. Sir, I am getting the error. He has done with the multiple cells and multiple cells are errors. Now what is the reason I have checked means here SOP. What are the SOP is there now? SOP and LOR. Here along with the LOR, side space is there. He has not checked the column name. Now, sir, means the student has not checked the column names. Huh? First, what he has done is he has loaded the data. Okay, what he has done? First step, pd dot read underscore Excel, and he has loaded the data and he has stored in the df. Done, completed. First line he has written. Second line, df dot, he has checked the shape. What is the shape? Done. He has checked in terms of total how many rows are there, how many columns are there, everything. Next, he has taken the df dot columns and he has got the list of column names. After that, he went to the next line of code. Simply, he has written the line of code and he has not even observed the code. Generally, the students, what they are doing means they are writing the code and for what first this person, why he has written the code? I asked why you have written that code. df dot columns, why you have written? What is the purpose of writing that one? Means he told that, sir, you shared the PDF. No, sir. In that PDF, df dot columns is there. So that is the reason I also have written. That is the reason it seems. Since I have written in the code, he has written. For what purpose they are writing the code? After every line of code, two things you have to remember. What purpose you are writing this one and what you observed in the output. What observed, why you are writing the code, what and why. Why you are writing the code. What is the purpose of writing? Any single line of code you are writing means you ask two questions for that. Why you are writing this one and what you will get output on this one. If you don't know these two reasons, then no need to write the line of code. Every line of code, these two reasons are important. Why you are writing and what you have got, what you have observed in the output. I asked this person why you have written df dot columns means he told that since you have shared the notes. That is not the answer. Why we are writing the df dot columns means to check whether the columns are as per the syntax. Column names. Whether the column names are as per the syntax. That is the one. And in the output, you have to observe that one. Whether they are in the as per the syntax or not. Column names. Names. Don't write columns. Column names are as per the syntax. Now column names are as per the syntax. If okay, if they are not in the as per the syntax, you have to rename them. This line of code, when I have to write, if they are not as per the syntax. For example, if they are as per the syntax, still I have to write df.rename. In the project, I have to write df.rename. Don't write blindly. Is the point is clear? Now, next coming to the, based on the condition also we can select the data. Selecting the data is third option is based on the condition. How we can select the data based on the condition means, first I want, for example, age. Column is age. df of age. What is the meaning of df of age means? Age column will be selected. That is the meaning. Why you are writing this one? I asked two questions now. Why and what you have observed. Why you are writing means, I want to extract the age column wherever the age column is greater than 25. Greater than or equal to 25. I want to separate the records wherever the age is greater than 25. Age is greater than 25 means which column I have to select? Age column only I have to select. If you want salary more than 20,000 means salary column you have to select. As per the requirement you have to select. So here my data set is this one. This is the data set. My requirement is age greater than 25. That is my requirement. For my requirement, what column I have to select means df of age column I have to select. df of age greater than 25. When I write df of age greater than 25, since it is a comparison operator, I'm going to get true or false as the output. But I don't want true or false. What is my requirement? Record. Record has to be selected. Record has to be selected means outside what I have to write? df of means wherever the condition is true, that records will be selected. Is the point is clear? Without writing the df, it will give only true or false. When you write df, wherever the condition is true, that will be appended. I have explained the same thing in the NumPy earlier. How this one works and what is the backend code, what is the difference between both of them. Same thing I'm writing here. So this is based on selecting the data. You are selecting the data based on the condition. You are selecting the data based on condition. Select the data based on the condition. Now what are the condition? Based on the condition you are selecting now, this concept is called as filtering. This concept name is called as filtering. Filtering means applying the filters. Filters means conditions. Filtering. Filtering means first filter. First you understand what is meant by filter. Filter. Filter means condition. The meaning of filter means condition. Okay. So what is the meaning of now filtering? Filtering means selecting the data based on the condition by applying the filter which satisfies the condition. Those records you are separating. Is the point is clear? Sir, this is one condition. That one condition can be either comparison operators. Any comparison operator. For example, if I want to select the gender, gender is equal to male. How to select the gender is equal to male means df of gender equal to male. Now I am going to get the output as true or false. But I want data. Then what I have to do? df of. You have to add additionally df bracket. Then you are selecting. I told you variable name followed by bracket indicates what? Selecting the data. Now you are selecting the data based on the condition. Wherever the male records are there, all the male records are separated. Is the point is clear? Next, sir, I want to select on the not equal to male, not equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. Yes, you can store this one in a separate data frame df1. Choice is yours. It is just printing. It is not storing. If you want to store, you can store in a separate variable name, or if you want to store in the same variable also, you can store. That is your choice. Can you execute it once? Yes, df1 is equal to, and print df1, and your df will be as it is. Df will not change. df1 will be normal. df1 will store which is not equal to male. Is the point is clear? Your question is clear, Rishika? Right? Now here Rishika is asking in terms of df1 is equal to without this one. See, she is asking like this. This is the question. Now in this question, without writing inside this one in the bracket, she is asking to execute this one. So we are getting the error because in a single line, assignment operator, comparison operator. Now this comparison operator and assignment operator can be done. Okay, fine. But the point is here it is applied for loop now. If it is a single true or single false means it will be stored in the df1. But it is multiple trues and multiple false now. Is the point is clear? You want the trues and false or you want the data? Decide that. You want the trues and false means just you have to go with that. You want with the data means you have to use the df of. Now coming back, this is single condition. Now I want to select the data based on the multiple conditions. Select data based on multiple conditions. Either you can write single condition or you can write multiple conditions. You are going to select the data based on the multiple conditions. Okay. Now, how you are going to select the data based on the multiple conditions? Means, so here what are the df I am having? In this df of age should be greater than 23. Age should be greater than 23, or multiple conditions means we have to go with the logical operators. Do you remember the logical operators in the core Python? What are the logical operators? One is or, not, and. First, what is the top priority out of all of them? Not, logical not. Next one, and, followed by or. Now the same thing here also applicable. Not is there, and is there, or is there. Now only difference is this not we have to take in the this one. This is the symbol for not. And we have to go with the and symbol. And or we have to go with this symbol. This is the symbols. Symbols we have to use in the pandas. Symbols we have to use in the pandas. Okay. For example, first let us go with the not. I'll show you the example for the not. How to apply the not means df of, now tell me guys, df of this one. What is the meaning of this? df of age greater than 23. Wherever it is greater than 23, that is 30 record, 25 record, 24. These three records will be selected. Fine. Now I want not greater than 23. Not greater than 23 means literally equal to, less than or equal to only. But instead of writing less than or equal to, I will write the not. How to apply the not means here you have to take this one in the brackets, and outside the brackets you have to write the not symbol. Outside the brackets you have to write the not symbol. That is the syntax. For not, this is the syntax. Sir, greater than 23, Not greater than 23 means equal to, less than, or equal to 23 only. No, sir. Both are same. Either you can go with this one. No, sir, I will not go with this one. Second option. What is the second option you are having is df of age less than or equal to 23. This is also same answer. Either not greater than 23 or less than or equal to 23. This is not symbol. Now coming to the and or. Now what is and or? Not is completed, right? Now let's move on to the and or. So first I'm going to take the df of age column greater than 23, and along with this and my gender, whatever the gender is there, gender also should be equal to female or male. Is equal to male. Two conditions. Condition 1, condition 2. This is the df. Now in this df, first it will apply greater than 23. Whether it is greater than 23, true or false? It is false. Male, true or false? True. Now false and true. What is the output? What is the false and output of false and true? It is false. So this record will not be selected. Next it comes to district 1. Greater than 23. True. This one is false. True and false. Whether this record will be selected? No, because output is false. Next, greater than 23. False. Male. True. False and true. What is the output? Again false. This record also will not be selected. Greater than 23. True. Male. True. True and true. What is the output? True. Means this record will be selected. Next, this one true and this one false. True and false. What is the output? False. Means this record will not be selected. Now which record will be selected? Only index number 3. So this will be selected. But here the syntax, how to write the syntax means df bracket, not only this one, when you are having the multiple conditions, or whenever you are applying the logical operators, here you applied the logical operator, right? Not. Whenever you are applying the logical operators, condition should be in the parenthesis. Each condition should be in the parenthesis when you are applying the logical operators. When you are applying the logical operators, condition should be in the bracket. Okay, that is the syntax. Otherwise, you will get the error. For example, if you are not giving the bracket for condition 1 and condition 2, you are not giving the brackets. Let us remove the brackets. You are going to get the error. That is the syntax. So whenever you use the logical operator, either and or and, out of these three, anything you are using means you have to use the conditions in the parenthesis. Then only it will work. Now the same thing, copy and paste. Here I am writing or. Operator is or. This is the or operator. Now first one, false. This is true. False or true. What is the output? True. True means selected. Next, second one is, this is true. This is false. True or false. This is also selected. This one, false. This one is true. False or true. True, selected. Next, this is true. This is also true. True or true, selected. Next, this one is true, greater than 23. And this one is false. True or false. That is also true. So this is also selected. So all the 5 records are selected. All the 5 records satisfy any one of the condition of yours. That is the reason all the 5 are selected. Okay. Now here I am writing in terms of condition like this. Let's change the condition to 30, greater than or equal to 30. Now let us cross check one more time. Now this one is false. This one is true. True or false? True. So selected. Next, this one is true. This one is false. True or false? Selected. Next, this is false. This is true. This time again selected. This is true. This is true. Again selected. Next, coming to this last one. This is false and this is also false. False or false means false. So last one is not selected. So which are selected means first 4 records are selected based on your condition. Is the point is clear? Now, fine sir. Now if for example and is there or also is there. Okay, let us create one more example like this. First I'll write or salary is equal to salary is greater than some 40,000. Salary greater than 40,000 and next one is I'm going to take and df of gender is equal to male. Now which one will be applied first? Logical and or logical or? First and. So first it is going to apply the same thing. So first it will take the df. In the df, first it will apply the conditions. Which one? First one is true or false? False. This one true or false? True. This one true or false? False. This one is false. This one is false. Up to here, okay? Now for second column, salary greater than 40,000. First one is false, false, true, true, true. Okay. Next, third one. First one is true, false, true, true, and false. First, without using the main bracket, let us cross check whether we are getting the same answer or not. So here we are getting in terms of individually like this. Now, what is the condition we have to apply is or and and. Now tell me, what is the final answer of this one? First, false and true. What is the false and true? False. Now, false or false? Same answer. Let us cross check. Next, again, false and false first. What is the output? False. For the false, true or false? True. Next, true and true. What is the output? True. For the true and true, false and true. False or true. What is the output? True. Next, true and true. True. False or true? True. Next, true and false. False. For false or false? False. This is the output. You have to get in this way. If you check with respect to this one, the final output will be visible. 1 false, 3 trues and 1 false. Is that clear? How you got this one means this is the backend. But I don't want the true or false. What my requirement is records. Select the records. Select the records means df of bracket. This bracket indicates you are selecting. Is that clear now? Everyone? Anyone has any questions? Yes, sir. Interview can ask why set and tuple are able to use. Set and tuples. Why we can't use the set and tuples? The reason behind that is flexibility is there with the list. As one of the student is asking, list and dictionary. What is the advantage of list and dictionary? What is not there in the tuple and set? List and dictionary. In the list, we can add, we can replace, we can delete. In the dictionary, we can add, we can replace, we can delete. In the tuple, we cannot add, we cannot replace, we cannot delete. And in the set, we can add, but we cannot replace, and at the same time we can delete. But in this set, we cannot replace. That is a disadvantage. In the tuple, everything is disadvantage only. Once that item is created, object is locked. We can't do modifications within the original object. By creating a new objects, the memory will be waste. Okay. For example, I have given you some items, and using that items, I ask you to create an object. Do you remember in the childhood, we used to play with the games like 3 years kid, they'll take some kind of toys and they'll keep arranging like this and they'll construct the building. And after constructing one type of building, Now they disassemble, again they will use the same thing now, or they are going to bring the new toy to construct a new building. If you give the option to remove like that, then we can create multiple things with the same thing. If you don't give the option, it is one time use means, then multiple toys has to be purchased to create the multiple buildings by the kids. Is the point is clear? In the tuple, you have to create multiple objects, unnecessary RAM waste. Is the points are clear? That reason is clear for you? Sunil, is your question is clear? So like this, we are going to work on the multiple conditions, and based on the conditions, it is selecting the data. Don't simply write the code like this. This code, how it works also, you should understand. The meaning of this one, we have to understand, right? So these are the possibility to select the data. Till now, we have completed how to select the data. All the three options I have discussed with you. Within that single list of numbers, slicing, all the different options, along with the how to select a single column completely, how to select a multiple columns completely. Is the points are clear, everyone? Now let us move on to the next step called as, after selecting the data, what is the next one? Data manipulation. Let's get into the data manipulation. Once we enter into the once data manipulation is completed, next one is operations only, means analysis only. So now operations, let's start with the operations. How to add, how to delete, how to replace. One more time, I'm going to create a data frame like this. The same data frame, whatever the example you have written in the notes, same thing. Okay. Now, let's start with respect to how to drop a single row. How to drop a single row means df dot drop index of 0 means in a row means index, column is first. Let me explain like this. First function name is df dot drop. This is the function. In the function, if you want to drop the columns or rows, first you have to decide that. Sir, I want to drop the rows index. Single row, multiple rows. Single row means single number. Sir, multiple rows. Multiple rows means list of numbers. That's it. Sir, I want to delete the column. Then you have to write the column. Column is equal to, and write the column name. Single column means single column name. If you want to delete multiple columns means you have to write the list of column names. Column 1, column 2, column 3, like this you have to write the list of column names. That's it. This is the syntax. df drop is the function. In that single row, multiple rows, single column, multiple columns. How to drop a single row, this is the syntax. How to drop a multiple rows, this is the syntax. How to drop a single column, how to drop a multiple columns. Completed? Syntax. So let's get into this. So the same thing, what I have explained just now, how to drop a single row. I'm dropping this single row, which is index of 0. If I want to drop a multiple rows, I'm writing the list of numbers, list of 1 and 2. If I want to drop a single column, I'm writing the single column name called as age column. Now if I want to drop the multiple columns, I'm writing the list of multiple columns. Is the syntax is clear for everyone? Single or multiple. Single means write the single number, multiple means list of. Remember, multiple means list of. Right? Is the points are clear for everyone? Dropping is clear. How to delete is clear. Now let's move on to the next concept called as how to replace. Let's move on to now how to replace. Deleting is completed. Deleting means drop is the function. There is no voice. 1 minute. Guys, could you please confirm? Is my voice is clear? Online students? Online students, could you please confirm? Clear only, right? Done. Now how to replace? First, let me print the DF. Now before printing the DF, sir, my silly question. Sir, here you already dropped the 0, na? Here you dropped the 0, index number. Again, how here it is 0 is there, sir? Already you have dropped, na? This is just printing. It is not storing. Every time this is the DF. Every time DF is fixed. This is the DF every time. In the DF, first example, this was dropped. In the second example, again fresh DF. This is the fresh DF. In this DF, 1 and 2 was dropped. Again, it is a fresh DF. In this age column was dropped. In the next example, again it is the fresh DF. Both the columns are dropped. Is the point is clear? 1 minute. Let me ask Bhumika to re-log in. Yeah, since others are confirming that my voice is clear, Bhumika, please re-log in once. Sir, Nazma is asking, sir, while dropping, we have used the age and gender, right? Then why it is giving output of salary? Salary you have not dropped now because you dropped age and gender now. Out of 3 columns, take every time fresh DF. This is your DF. In this DF, you are dropping the 2 columns. Now balance what will be there? Age column was dropped, gender column was dropped, balance salary will be there, right? Total 3 columns now. Fresh, every time fresh. You are not storing them. Sir, without storing, why it is showing like this? Because in the Jupyter notebook, the last line will be printed automatically. Since the last line is printed automatically, that is the reason you are getting like this. Sir, if I want to store, create left side variable name, then it will be stored in the DF. After storing, again recheck one more time. Recheck yourself one more time. Is the point is clear? Now, coming to replace. Now, how to replace? Before replacing, first let me store the original DF. This is my original DF. Now tell me what you want to replace. What you want to replace with what you want to replace. What you want to replace with what? Means new value. What is the old value? What is the new value? Here, you have to take a right side new value. Right side, you write the new value. Left side, you write the index position. What are the index? Now, if you remember, in the first, let me take the list of 1, 8, 16, 20, 4, something you are having. I want to replace 16 with 50. What I have to do? L of 2 is equal to 50. Okay. Now, dictionary. A with 10, B with 20. Now I want to replace the whatever the key of B having 20, I want to replace with 50. What I have to do? D of B is equal to 50. Okay, keep. Now I'm having array 4, 18, 20, 16. Array. This is a array. In the array, I want to replace with a single value of 20 with 50. A of 2 with 50. Okay, keep this one also as it is. Now, in this example, again come to the first example. In this example, I want to replace 16 with 50 along with the 20 also with 50. Can you write at a time two things? No. Then what you have to do? First you have to write first line. Second, you have to write the second line of code also separately like this in the list. That is directly not possible. Or you have to write for loop. Two options are there. Now here I want to replace 10 with 50, 20 also with 50 in the dictionary. Then what I have to do? I have to write two lines of code. Separately I have to write two lines of code. Now the same thing, 18 I want to replace with 50, 20 also I want to replace with 50. Now two lines of code I have to write? No need. One line of code also sufficient. What is that one line of code? List of 1, 2 is equal to 50. Do you remember this one? In the NumPy, same logic now applied in the pandas. Why pandas will go with the array? Why will it will not take the list or dictionary? Because pandas is designed based on the NumPy plus dictionary. NumPy means automatical for loop is added. So automatical NumPy is there. Pandas by default consist of NumPy. Whatever is applicable in NumPy, everything is applicable in the pandas. Blindly it will be applicable. Okay. So here, first I am going to take the df.ilog of 0 with all the columns. Now what is the meaning of this first? 0th row, that is these three values. Three values you are going to get. Three values you will get, right? Now right side you can replace with a single value or you can replace with the multiple values. If you want to replace with a single value, write single value. Okay, after writing the single value, let us print the df. Everything was replaced with single value. Sir, I want to replace with multiple values, sir. Then how many values I have to write in the right side? Three values, because left side three index are there. Three positions are there. So right side also three you have to write. I'm taking the three, like first one is in terms of 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 like this. Sir, I want to replace single value, sir. Not with respect to row. I want single value. For example, gender 3 is there now. This 3 I want to replace with M letter. M letter I want to replace. How to select first that single one? 0, df.ilog. In that ilog 0, 0. 0, 2. Now 0, 2 means 3 will be selected. Single value will be selected. That single value I am replacing with the M is equal to M. Sir, you are writing double equal to. No, sir. In the flow you have written double equal to. What is double equal to? Comparison operator. It will give the true or false as the output. It is give the true or false as the output. Comparison operator. It is comparing whether this position is equal to M. No, na. So false. This one, what is single equal to means assignment operator. It is going to assign. Double equal to comes under comparison operator. Single equal to comes under assignment operator. I have told you in the core Python. So it is going to assign the value, and after assigning the value, I'm printing the df. So can you see? It is assigning a single value. Like that, you select as per your choice what position you want and with what value you want to replace. Enter column you can replace, enter row you can replace, multiple values you can replace, anything you can replace like this. Is the points are clear? Now tell me, I want to replace the salary column with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the numbers I want to replace. Salary column. What I have to do? df of df.ilog. Okay, ilog 1 minute. I lock colon salary. For salary, what is the index number? 1. Okay. Salary column was selected. Now, total how many values are selected? 5 values. Right side, if I give single value, what happens? Entire column will be replaced with a single value. Let us cross check. Single value. Now, if you want to replace with multiple values, I told what is my requirement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what I have to write in the right side? List of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? How to replace a single row? How to replace a single column? How to replace a single value? Now, sir, I want to replace the multiple rows, sir. You can go with multiple rows also, same logic. But right side, you should not give a list. You have to give a 2D array. Do you remember in the 2D arrays, we have discussed how to replace the multiple rows at a time? For replacing multiple rows, what is the right side we have taken? 2D array we have taken. Same way we have to write here also 2D array. If you write right side 1D array, 1D only it will work. If you select a, for example, if I am selecting like this, df dot I log. In this I am writing 0, comma, colon. Now it is going to give me how many rows? 1 row. 1 row comes under which category? Series or data frame. So it is a 1D. It is a 1D. 1 row comes under 1D or 1 column also comes under 1D. Multiple rows only will comes under 2D or multiple columns will comes under 2D. Single row or single columns comes under 1D. For 1D, right side also we have to give 1D. If left side 2D is there, right side we have to provide 2D. Is the point is clear, everyone? In that way, we are going to replace in the pandas. Okay. Now, this is by using the ilog function. And there is one more function is there by using the replace. We can even use the replace also. How we can replace means, for example, df of age column. I am selecting the age column dot replace. Replace, this is the function. In the replace, I have to give the dictionary. In the dictionary, key should be the old name, value should be the new one. What is the old one? This is 1. So I want to replace the old one. That is, old one is nothing but 1. I want to replace with 23. 1 has to be replaced with the 23. And 1 will be replaced with 23 like this. And I'm going to store left side also same variable name. I'm going to give in the same variable name so that it will be stored in the same variable name. And I'm printing the df. Like this, you can replace a single value. This option is best or ilog is best means in some situations this will be easy. In some situations that will be easy. Later we'll enter into the data cleaning. Now at that time you will see all these advantages. As of now, I am explaining the pandas. Within the pandas, what are the various functions are available. I am not showing the application of pandas. Application of pandas is last one, operations is there now. That is applications of pandas. Is the point is clear till now? Anyone has any questions? No, right? Now, next, let us move on to the add. Delete is completed, replace is completed. Now, last one is add. How to add a new column? How to add a new column? And similarly, how to add a new row? How to add a new column? How to add a new row? Like this, we'll see. Okay. Now, how to add a new column is we are going to add the column by using existing column, or by using the existing column you can create. Now, before moving to this, just I want to cross check whether do you remember this one or not. df of d is equal to dictionary. Sir, will you explain row number, cell number 66? Okay, one more time. Just give me 1 minute. I'll explain one more time. Okay, this is a dictionary. Now in this dictionary, already two keys, two values are there. Now my requirement is I want to add a new key with a value. Key is C, value is 30. What I have to do? D of bracket C equal to 30. Remember this one? Keep this one as it is like that. Now, same way, here I'm going to take D in this column, df of age column. I'm taking the age column plus 10. What is plus 10? For every value, plus 10 will be added. Okay. After adding, I want to create a new column. Values are there. Now values, I want to add the key name. How to add the key name? What is the syntax? df of, I'm writing the column name called as new is equal to. Now, what are the right side is there? Right side values are there. Now left side what is there? Key is there. So what it is going to do? It is going to add a new key along with the values. In the pandas, how the new key will be added? As a column. So it is going to add as a column. Is the point is clear? And let me print the df. Can you see? What is the syntax means? This is the syntax. If you remember in the dictionary, here only one value is there. Here multiple values are there. That is the only difference. Here single value. For example, okay, let us take still more simple way. Now, okay, this is a dictionary, guys. Forget about the pandas. Again, dictionary. Okay. Now in the dictionary, I want to take like this. D of B plus 10. What is the meaning of this? What is the output? If I execute this cell, what is the output I will get? 30. D of C. It is adding a new key with the C with a value of 30. And now if I print D, what is the output of print D? A with 10, B with 20, C with 30. Same logic I have done in the pandas now, just now. First I have selected one of the key. For that key, what are the value it has selected? So this one. First, what is the first step I have done is df of age I have taken. df of age means nothing but d of b. I have taken this one. D of b will give what? D of b will give what here? 20. So here df of age will give what? List of values. What are the values are there in that key? It is going to give the values. For this plus 10 I have done. What it is going to do? For 20, 10 will be added. Plus 10 I am adding for this. What it will do? For every value 10 will be added. After this what I am going to do? DRC I am writing. Means it is going to create a new key. Left side I am writing a new key name. df of new key name. Now what it is going to do? It is going to create a new key. Similarly here also it has created a new column like this. That is the reason. Same syntax in the dictionary. Point is clear? Now tell me guys, same example one more time. Now let me cross check how many of you will tell the correct answer. Okay, D of B is equal to D of B plus 10 and print D. What is the output of this? Write in the notes. 10 seconds. Answer. What is the answer? Print D means first A with 10, B with 30. Now why B with 30? First right side part will be executed, and since already B is available, it will replace. If B is not available, it will create. If it is already available, it will replace. The same thing which we have discussed in the dictionary. Okay. How many of you have not written this answer? Please go through the dictionary notes and revise. Again, I'm not going to take any class, extra class. Okay. I will tell you only the one thing is everything is connected to each other. If you are forgetting one class also, I can't do anything. That only one point I will tell you. Okay. So now the same logic is applied here. See now. DF of age. First I'm going to select the DF of age column one more time. Plus 20. I'm adding plus 20 or plus 10. Let us take plus 10 only. Every value was added with plus 10. Now left side, I'm going to take the same column name. Same column name on the left side. Without, now what it is going to do is, it is going to replace that one. Because that column is already available, it is going to replace that one. And if I print D, now the values are replaced. Earlier, it has created. In this example, it has replaced. Is the point is clear? Now, as earlier one of the student has asked the question. Now, just your question is clear now. I assume that your question would be clear now. Whoever the Komal. Line number 66. Right side part executed, and after that, left side it has stored in the same variable name. Basically. Clear, right? In this example, first right side was executed. And after executing right side part, it has to, instead of creating a new column, I have stored in the same existing column. Done? So this is how to add a new column by using the existing columns. Sir, without using existing column, can't we create a new column? Okay. DF of, I want a new column called as Siva. Column name is Siva. Now, in this column, right side values have to provide. How many values I have to provide? 5 values I have to provide because 5 rows are there. You have to give the 5 values of 1D because it is a single column. Single column is 1D. So right side you have to provide with the single column. So I'm going to provide the values like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since right side values are there, left side key name is there. Whether this key is available, I mean this column is available? No. Since it is not available, what it is going to do? It will create. It will create like this. A new column is created. Is the point is clear? If it is already available, for example, new, I'm writing here new. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, new. New is already available? Yes. Now what it is going to do? Replace. New will be replaced. Clear, guys? Now, sir, for example, 5 rows are there. You have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simply. For example, 10,000 rows are there. Then 10,000 values you have to provide. Without providing, how it will take? You want to create a new column is, for example, till now we have collected from you your name. Your name is there with us. In the Naresh IT, your name is there. Every person name is available. Your phone number is there. Your email address is there. Your fees, how much fees you have paid is there. Whether you are online student or offline students, these details are there. Assume I want your father name. A new column called as father name. Father name means I have to collect from every student, or should I write a common column name? For every student, I have to write the same father name. If I want a new column, father name, how many students are there? For every student, I have to collect the data, right? Without collecting, how I can write? Obviously, I have to collect. For example, what is your CGPA? Is the column name. I have to collect from each and every student. What is your degree CGPA? How I can write otherwise? Simply creating one column is that not that much of easy, na? Creating a new column is what are the existing records are there. For all the existing records, new value has to be created. Adding a new row is very simple. Adding a column means only multiple values we have to add. For example, tomorrow a new student is going to join. Okay, assume that new student name, phone number, email ID, whether whatever the fees he has paid, amount, how much fees he has paid, and whether he is online or offline. Only 5 values I have to write. How many columns are there? That many values. If you want to add rows, miss, how many values are there? That many values. For example, for this table, I want to add a new row. How many values I have to provide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 values I have to provide in the bottom. Otherwise, how it will add? Is the point is clear? So in that way, we are going to add the new rows and new columns. So please practice till this, whatever we have discussed. In the tomorrow's class, we'll continue with the pandas, and tomorrow we'll end the pandas. Tomorrow is the last. np.arrange, right side, np.arrange, 1D array na? Right side, you give the list of values, np.arrange, or list of range of. Anything is okay, right side, 1D. Yes. So there are 2 PDFs are there. One PDF consists of with respect to the basics, second PDF. For your batch only, I'm explaining everything in a simple example, so that you will understand very clearly, because I have got the feedback from some of the students. If I'm taking a large data or advanced questions, then some of the students are not able to understand. So for that reason only, I have selected in front of you a small data set, and in this small data set only, I explained everything clearly. For other batch students, I have taken basically a large data set and I have explained for them. Fine. If it is a small data or if it is a large data also, concept remains same. So I'm going to re-upload this one. Whatever we have done now, I will re-upload this particular code. Okay, so that on the small data set, everything you can observe and you can cross check yourself. Is the points are clear? And now again, one more student will ask the question, sir, for us, we can't work on the large data set. Don't worry. Tomorrow I will show you large data set also. How to work on the large data, and the same examples we'll discuss. First, I have explained on a small data. Tomorrow we'll go on to the large data. After explaining the balance functions, and from there we'll go with the large data. Right? If anyone has any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Yeah. If no questions, you can leave, guys. Whoever are having the questions, you can ask. Whoever want me to unmute, please raise your hand. Click on raise hand so that I will unmute you.